What I really wanted to talk about is why, if you're good at service management, you should be invisible. If people can see you, you're doing it wrong. We need wonders, we need heroes, but service management is a bit like underwear. It's important you have it, but it shouldn't be visible. So you need heroes. This is an Airbus put down in the Hudson. It's nice that the guy was good enough to do it. It's important that the guy was clever enough and smart enough and brilliant enough to put it down in one piece. But if you're in the plane, you'd rather the guy up front was bored while you were watching the film. You all admire the crash in the Hudson, but we probably all are grateful we weren't on it. We want to be just watching the film. So when things break, you want them fixed. So this guy's happy now because someone's come and fixed his car. He's only happy now because he was unhappy before. What's better than having things fixed? What's better than being happy when someone's come and repaired something is the thing keeping going in the first place. So you want, as service management professionals, we should be looking to keep things running, not be proud about how we fix them. If you look at football, if the man of the match is your goalkeeper, you're in trouble. And then there are extreme examples, like the army. This is the Italian army. I went to visit them once and they said to me, you've got to be careful about judging us by what we're set to do, because we never want to do what we're trained to do, which is kill people. This is actually taken from my home office out of my window in my house. This is a drugs bust going on outside my front door. And it was a very efficient drugs bust. I'm very impressed that the police can do it. I'm very happy that they got the guy and all that, but that's how I want the world outside my front door to be. Peace and quiet, and nothing much going on. I don't want to see the police do drug busts every day, although I did send a picture into the newspaper and they published it, so that was quite good. The same thing applies to service management. It's difficult because people joined IT to play with the toys. They're happiest when things break. And IT people, faced with something that doesn't break, will break it. So perfect service management is invisible. I wanted a picture of something invisible to demonstrate it, and my daughter came up with something she found on the web. But the trouble with being invisible is that no one can see you. Think about that. And if nobody can see you, why the hell should they pay you? Imagine the CFO response. Why are we paying all this money to these people? Why are we paying all this money, if you're the Italian taxpayer, for a group of people that never kill anybody? What's the point? So what you have to do is to sell peace and harmony. I'm assured by the internet that this is Chinese for peace and harmony. But it could be saying something really unpleasant about penguins, for all I actually know. But I hope it says peace and harmony, and that's what you need to put forward. And one of the ways you do that is by, for example, keeping a track on things that nearly went wrong. I don't know how close these planes actually are, and I have to fly home on Sunday, so I don't want to think too much about it. And I did fly on Malaysian Airlines, which is not a good sign. So what we do is take the example from the army. We need to practice. We need to practice doing those things we never want to do, like landing a plane on the Hudson, in case we have to. Maybe we involve our customers in that practice a little bit. This is a simulation game from a long while back, those kind of exercises. And I wanted to show you this guy. This guy was a fireman at Bristol Airport in the UK for over 20 years. There was never a single call out all the time he was there. They interviewed him and said, "You think your work was a failure?" And he said, "Nobody died on my watch." That he knew what he was there for. So inside your organisation, show your invisible heroes, take pictures of them, make the customers aware that all this work you're doing is important for them, but they don't need to see it. London Underground are the only people I know who actually put some posters up about proactive problem management. You see all those things that didn't happen, that's my fault. It's the hard sell, but they actually managed to do it. I was quite impressed with that. There was a whole series of these around London Underground before. How do you sell it to people? That, you want to pay me a lot of money to be really good at something you don't ever want to have to do. If they've got insurance, they already understand it. Leverage that fact. Remind them that this is just like their life insurance. They pay money every month they don't want to use. And if you ever watch the IT crowd, you actually want these guys sat down in the basement hurling abuse at everybody. and bored out of their minds. You don't want them enjoying themselves. Never let these buggers be happy. Because then things have gone wrong and they shouldn't have gone wrong in the first place. So try and be invisible. Be proud in your invisibility. Make sure you've got heroes, but don't ever let them get good at what they do in practice.